Revrati Dandi Sarva Vedanta Pandita Srimad Viveka Yogi Mam Prachodayadu Sarvada. Speaking about bhakti, Swamiji remembers Sri Ramakrishna naturally. What a wonderful embodiment of bhakti was he, isn't it? So Swamiji says in one of his lectures, I know one whom the world used to call mad, and this was his answer. The world called Sri Ramakrishna a madman, but he was mad with what? Sri Ramakrishna himself has answered it. My friends, the whole world is a lunatic asylum. Some are mad after worldly love, some after name, some after fame, some after money, some after salvation and going to heaven. In this big lunatic asylum, I am also mad. I am mad after God. If you are mad after money, I am mad after God. You are mad, so am I. I think my madness is after all the best. So, Sri Ramakrishna calls this madness for God, bhakti, and that is a supreme madness. So in the madness also, there is a superlative madness, and that is the madness which Sri Ramakrishna had, which Meera had, which Kabir had, and all our great teachers had. That madness for attaining, going nearer and nearer to God. The true bhakta's love is this burning madness before which everything vanishes. Family, name, fame, money, everything gets dropped. We have seen when the ship goes near the magnetic rock, all the iron things get dropped. In the same way, from the mind, everything gets dropped. Pujya Chinmayanandaji used to give an example of the cotton fruit. So the fruit of the cotton tree, when you take it out and split it open, then we find it is filled with thick portions of where the cotton fibers are attached, then the black seeds there, all these are there. But as we start ginning it, or to say, when we start removing the cotton, cleaning up the cotton, all these hard things will drop away, the seeds will drop away, and finally, when the real ginning starts, ginning it is called, I think, on that bow-like thing, when they clean the cotton, it becomes so very soft and nice, so very spreading, it becomes so expansive, so pure it becomes. So, in the same way, when we start ginning our heart, removing the harsh things in it, harsh feelings, our hatred, our greed, our non-understanding, our anger towards everything, people, situations. When we start removing all that, the vibrations of our heart become so soft and natural. The true bhakta's love is a burning madness before which everything else vanishes from him. The whole universe is to him full of love and love alone. That's what in one place Swamiji says in his Karma Yoga. The whole world is a beautiful place. There is nothing to be corrected there. It is only, correction has to be done in our minds only. So he says, Sri Ramakrishna, with Sri Ramakrishna's ideal in front, Swamiji says, the whole universe is to him full of love and love alone. That is how it seems to the lover. So when a man has this love in him, he becomes eternally blessed, eternally happy, This blessed madness of divine love alone can cure forever the diseases of the world that is in us. The worldliness which is now in us can be cured only by this blessed madness. With desire, selfishness has vanished. He has drawn near to God. He has thrown off all those vain desires of which he was full before. So, that is how when the bhakti becomes more and more pure, it takes us towards the para-bhakti. And this para-bhakti, Swamiji calls, just there he called work as a work for work's sake. And here, love for life's sake. Nothing is wanted because there is nothing wanting. In the mind of a bhakta, there is no imperfection. When there is imperfection in our mind, desires arise and we want something from outside to fill up the vacuum. But in the bhakta's mind, which is filled with love, there is no want, nothing. He wants nothing from the world outside. He is happy and contented, thinking of the God, singing about Him, and contemplating on His Leela. His Leela is the world for him. So, bhakti is such a wonderful medicine. I think in these hours of corona, we should delve into ourselves to purify our mind, to get rid of the tensions and stresses. We must all practice a little bhakti, singing the glory of God. No wonder our DD has started showing the Mahabharata and Ramayana. Somewhere in our mind, these sleeping impulses which have been given out by our Puranas are probably hiding. So, by coming out once again from the depths of our heart, these lost visions which Mahabharata and Ramayana have kept before us, we can get rid of lot of tensions, lot of stresses. Like the symbols of which we spoke last class, these stories also. The stories which have been given to us through our Idihasas and Puranas, they are also of equal importance for us to purify our minds. That is the idea. We should understand. We should not just say it is just good for nothing. No. As we start reading the Puranas, the Itihasas, studying the characters which have been a Sri Rama, a Sri Krishna, a Lakshmana, a Bharata, a Sita, see, somewhere in our mind, a sort of comparative evaluation takes place, and fortunately for us, we may be able to change our ideals from just worldly heroes to something, these superheroes and heroines. A sort of surrender, a sort of humility may come into us. Anything that will help us to get rid of the ego. Because ego is the most important obstacle that stands before an individual and the God. So if we are able to get rid of that, then we are already much ahead in our pilgrimage towards Godhead. Continuing our understanding of the feeling of bhakti, again, true bhakti does not lie in transforming God into a supplier of our wants. That is how now we know God only as a supplier of our wants. Instead of the ration shop, he has got a what is these days called mall, where everything can be purchased. So today, God stands in front of us as a supplier of our wants. Now that idea gets transformed into recognizing Him in everything in the universe. So that is the ideal into which we have to move. Somehow or other, we should try to capture that idea. Our rich literature on bhakti, yesterday I said, our Ramayana, Bharata, etc., our rich literature on bhakti is unparalleled in the world in its capacity to spiritually enlighten and elevate the human mind. So let us not laugh at our Puranas, Idihasas. They played their wonderful roles from time immemorial, from the time they were created by the great rishis. Even today, why Ramayana month is just round the corner. We will start reading Ramayana. So they had a purpose in spiritually enlightening us and elevating the human mind. Because only spiritual enlightenment and elevation can help us to get rid of the gross material which is there in our mind.